so I'm
It's
sure.
but I'll say this. Can I say this? Because I was at the game tonight. It was, first of all, it was a fabulous game, and I know that I bitch a lot about refs and shit online, but hey, sorry, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But it was overall a fantastic game. It was fun to be there. It was frustrating, but I'm okay. I'm all right, because at the end of the day, look, man, I think we all saw it. This team didn't have it. We have this article that came out of the Athletic that suddenly is interesting. But thanks for having me. I'm gonna be here for
We'll
like
talk
20
about
minutes, and
that
I gotta go to
too.
sleep. So I'm gonna shut up. Bye.
And of course, a man who went completely into his shell and into the realm of negativity over the last month. Suns Geek, welcome along.
Oh my goodness. Saying that I went into a shell of negativity is an understatement. And I told you guys that I would join the show as long as I can take a shot. And I'm definitely going to do that. I'm at a loss for words. I'm speechless. And listen, Justin is one of the most positive Suns fans there is, and so am I. But it was hard to do that this season. That's all I got to say.
I'm sure we'll roll out into that over the next sort of 45 minutes to an hour, unless Boyd starts talking, and then an hour and a half to 2 hours. Gents, obviously today we were swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Justin said it actually, if it wasn't game 4 and we lost that, it was actually a pretty damn good game of basketball. But I know that we're all a bit flat. There's two ways of thinking that I've seen on Twitter, I've seen on after game pods, I've seen on everything else. One, there's a group of people that have a sigh of relief that this season is over. Two, there's a group of people that still held out that hope that something was going to turn around and we're going to win today, then go on and take the Timberwolves on their floor and somehow win 4 in a row and make history. I was in that group. I might not have been 2 days ago, but I certainly was today. Which side of the coin were you on? And now that it's done, are you relieved it's over? Or do you really kind of wish it went a different way, Boyd?
Me? Of course I fucking wish it went a different way. And
but are you relieved it's over? Are you relieved it's over?
Kind of not, yes. But kind of not, yes. If that's an answer. And I've been at all different ends of every fucking spectrum that a Suns fan has over the last couple of months. But what I'm realizing, and it's only just setting in now, it's really, really fucking sad. And we'll talk about the Athletics soon. But this team, the stakes this season were the highest that they've been in my entire life, my entire fandom since 1992. The stakes. This was the year. Talk 93, the Charles Barkley Jordan series. I was young, man. I wasn't invested. I didn't fucking invest as much into it back then. This is it. But here's the thing: we literally sold the fucking farm, and we were fed fucking bullshit and sat in a corner and told just fucking wait. And we waited and we waited and we waited, and nothing fucking happened. And now my fucking heart's broken, and I'm still gonna support this fucking team, but I'm not gonna, and I'm still gonna fucking predict every single win because I want to watch every game, right? But I'm not fucking I'm not giving cunts passes anymore. I'm not fucking doing it. What I saw from the big three this season, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant, was everything that I despise in every other super team, every other fucking big three I've ever watched and played against. Well, my team's played against. It's everything I fucking despise. And it's happening in front of me. Not in front of me. I'm on the other side of the world, but it's fucking depressing the fuck out of me. It's disgusting, man. It's really sad. Anyway, I'll stop there.
No.
Well, obviously it's fucking depressing. I did want to join, like that little core of me that's been a Suns fan for so long, wanted to hold on to the hope that we could fight back, like literally backs against the wall and still pull something out. other than what we did pull out, which was a big fat fucking turd. Boyd did, however, predict a sweep this series. So there's some element.
You got half it right. You got half it right.
Yeah. Look, I just got 2 points I want to make. First, the first point that really kind of let me know that, Justin, you were there at the game. I'm curious when you thought the game was over, because there was about 3 minutes left, or maybe it was a minute and a half, 2 minutes left, where they panned to Matt Ishbia on the broadcast, and his little boy sitting on his right-hand side was already in tears, and the game wasn't over yet.
Man.
And I was like, that point there, I'm just like,
kid needs a lesson. Can't give up hope that early.
He hasn't been in Phoenix that long. If
he was
crying
right. So
in.
maybe I need the lesson after all.
See,
For me,
normally,
you really want to know?
Yeah, go on.
Mine was when Royce missed that 3 after Nurk perfectly executed that missed free throw.
It was so good.
You want to hear something else that's amazing? Royce making that 3 would have also won like me, Dan, and Phil like $700. Well,
multi.
I shouldn't hold on. I shouldn't say that. That's technically a lie, because we still would have needed 1 more point from Royce. But it was as Dan put it afterwards, it was a great way for Royce to kick us in the balls 1 more time like on the way out.
For me,
but anyway, it was that moment, because at that point it was like that would have cut it to a 2-point game. That's and before that though, I started losing a little bit of hope when Josh Okogie, fucking A, dude. You know, I said play him. I didn't say give him crunch time minutes where he can get fouled to get put at the line with fucking with the game on the line.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is, man.
There were so many disappointing moments in that final close, like 2 missed free throws there, the missed 3 from Roy, and for me it was the turnover from KD off the pass from Book. It was just like they had no idea, and then the minute that happened, the game was fucking over.
Well, then what about Chris Finch apparently tearing his patella tendon?
Oh, we're gonna get to that too.
Yeah, like what's
we're
happening?
the Aussies. We're sure as shit talking about Chris Finch tearing his patella tendon.
Hey, Gav, I want to make one more comment on your something you said before about which side of the fence we sit on. Are you glad it's over? Moving into next year. I don't know if anyone heard it, and it's probably been talked about heaps, but in the Game 3 loss, when Richard Jefferson was on the broadcast, he was talking about the other teams that required 1 season under their belt with the new superstar amalgamation. And he mentioned the Lakers.
You always get ahead of me.
Oh, you're going to go here? Well, fuck yeah. I got to it. The Lakers, whatever, they didn't get in their first year after trading for Gasol, but they won their second year. Miami, after putting LeBron, Wade, and Bosh together, didn't win it the first year, but they did win it their second year. And only glimmer of hope we've got.
So can I interject really quick and just say it's amazing how you asked a very simple question and like 8 minutes later, Boyd and Nate might be done. Gavin, how do you handle these guys? That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to help you out.
It's up to, well, this is how I handle it. Justin, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't remember what the question was anymore. All I know is
are you glad
being depressed, and then Nate led with I'm depressed too. So it was a question.
Justin, are you glad it's over?
Oh, I remember the. Was it okay? Hold on, no, I remember now because I feel like I was both. Like, I believe that. Look, I said it yesterday on whatever. Sun's plan. I'm like, what did I do yesterday? You know, I tweeted like 2 weeks ago, I missed podcasting and I didn't realize I would just do everyone else's podcast, not my own still. One of these days, guys, we'll do a postseason wrap up after next year about this year. But no, like I said yesterday, dude, if any team could potentially come back for the first time ever from a 3-0 deficit, wouldn't it be a team that literally looks like a different team one night to another from time to time and has 3 guys who are legit superstars on it? Sure. So I had hope, but at the same time, am I happy it's over? I'm happy it's over because, you know, even I found myself actually in the third quarter, and this is probably something that a lot of people were already thinking, watching that game going, all right, we pull this one out. Is this team going to win in mini twice? And do we know what Grayson Allen's availability is? Because that affected the series, certainly. But so I'm both. I thought they could. I thought they had a shot. Because look, I'm not gonna.
What's
I'm
your
like,
answer to that, though, Justin? Do you think they could have?
It was both. I'm gonna
In
give you
mini,
a tall answer. It's both.
But do you think they could have gone to mini and picked up game 5?
Yeah. They
So,
win game 4. I think they could have.
And that's it. I reckon the game 4, if they win, they figured out how to win.
I can't believe we're talking about this right now. This is outstanding. My optimism really always comes through. We literally have lost, and we're talking about whether we would have won game 5.
Well, Gavin did say we were going to look for optimism on this, and I guess you play your part in that.
Man, I really can't. I can't help myself. It just shines. I mean, look, even the Sun's Geek. That's why your internet's fucked up right now.
Yeah,
man, because my optimism is destroying it.
That's it. Justin's optimism is fucking up your internet and your negativity.
One of these days, I'm going to be able to control it. It's going to be like when do you guys watch the Ernest movies? When Ernest got electrocuted and he could me with optimism, just firing it at people. Jags Nation.
I do just want to apologize for my internet connection.
Somebody talk besides me, please.
Sunscape, where are you? Are you glad it's over?
Yes, he is.
Again, I apologize for my internet connection. And yes, I am so glad it is over. And I don't mean to sound like a negative Suns fan for saying that, but like this season has just been such a disappointment and a failure, and whatever word you want to use. Insert word here. Do it right now. That is an understatement. And it's sad that we have to say that as Phoenix Suns fans, but it is true. And Nate, did you say that you have to work soon or whatever? Did I hear that correctly? Like, you can tell your boss that Suns Geek said that you can stay on this podcast, and I will take the blame for you. Okay? Like,
I'm sure my boss will appreciate that.
Exactly. Like, it was an utter failure. It was a disappointing season, and I love Justin's positivity. Even though him and I might clash over that, like in a weird way, because I used to be a very positive Suns fan, but this season straight up broke my heart. And I just want to apologize again, because I have been drinking a little bit, but that's just the straight up truth.
So from my
that was the greatest close ever. I just have to apologize because I've been drinking a little bit, but that is the straight up truth. Oh man, that's fucking poetic.
From my perspective, I just kept hoping that my thought process this morning was that with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, this team was going to create history and come back from 3-0 down. We were going to be the team that did it. I'll roll back and touch on what Nate said before, even though I've got another point. This was their first season together. Now, teams have struggled with that in their first season together. It's usually the second season where that sort of hits. The problem I have is Bradley Beal's reaction to Frank Vogel coming off the court, and the fact that Bradley Beal seems disconnected a little bit from where KD and Beal are. That's the problem I have after the first season. But this stuff here, Mirak, the dude scored 49 points today and fucking carried our team.
He's not that guy.
Devin Booker needs to be traded. What are we going to trade him for? Anything you bring in for Devin Booker? You're kidding. I'm just going to.
Jesus Christ. Devin Booker for Jesus Christ. I would think about it.
This dude came into our franchise when we were at our lowest, has got us to the point we are now, that we are this disappointed about our results in the first round of a playoff because he is Devin Booker.
Well, out of the big three, let's do a quick round robin. Out of the big three, who would you
We're going to get to that.
First?
We're going to get to that. Don't do that yet. We're still talking about the games, right? So
I'm not hitting my heart out, am I? I hate you guys.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Disappointing, but I think everybody in the Suns fandom sort of world is kind of relieved that shit's over, because this year was a frustrating year. It was. Whether we like it or not, it was frustrating as shit. Now let's reset, see what happens in the off season after a full season of Beal, Booker, Durant, and move into next year and see what we build around them. The question off the back of that is, Boyd, is Frank Vogel going to be there with them?
No, he's not. You just told me what was in that. I'm too tight to get the fucking athletic subscription. But you just told me what they were fucking laughing at him. They were laughing at him after he went on to them about getting fucking pants by the Clippers.
To be fair, it was holding in laughs. But
holding in laughs. You fucking serious, man? I only just heard that five minutes ago, and it's just, and I said it on a couple of pods ago. He's never had him, and I don't think there's many coaches in this fucking league that would be able to get these guys. They're too cool for school. They've got the biggest fucking dick in the entire league, and they don't know how to fuck at all. They're fucking losers, man, and that's what they are. And that's what they are right now. It's what they'll be until next season. We win 82 and fucking take out a chip. But we've got some fucking. They've got some soul searching to do, and it doesn't matter. Look, I reckon Ty Lue's probably a coach. JJ Redick, you were saying earlier, Gav, is probably a
I haven't said it on the pod yet, but
you haven't.
We're going to talk about that.
Anyway, no, Vogel's not there, and it's not his fault because them cunts weren't fucking listening to him, and they weren't listening to fucking Kevin Young, and he fucking said he likes to play at the rim and from deep, right? That's how Kevin Young likes to fuck, but they like really tough middies. And they like to look cool doing it.
Hey, Gav, can we just highlight what's happening in the chat? This is the first time this has happened in our chat.
Well, people talk.
Someone sent us $5.
Oh, serious?
Andrew Day.
Holy shit.
He's American born in Arizona, just sent us $5 in a private message.
Oh, I wasn't up to it yet, but we'll get there.
Fucking, that can go towards my athletic subscription.
There you go. We can get the athletics.
Boyd, you finished?
Yeah, I'm done, mate.
I feel like did Boyd just basically say that our team is comprised of completely uncoachable players and we're hopeless? I mean, that's what I heard.
Yeah, no,
that's what he said.
That's insane.
I can elaborate if you'd like.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
because you just said that
you tell
everyone's
me how coachable
uncoachable.
they are. Then you tell me how coachable. Don't just grab one end of the spectrum and fucking go off fucking.
Well,
in
no,
the middle.
but I mean,
tell me how they're the most coachable fucking team in the league.
I'm not saying they are, but you're saying they're uncoachable. So then there's no solution. So, right?
Well, I had a couple. I said someone like a JJ Redick, who, as you were saying in our chat, Gav, he's more in tune with the modern day player.
Okay, so they're not
Lue,
uncoachable. It's just they don't have the
different,
right
though.
voice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, I didn't say that they were completely. I said that outside of
you said all they want to do is look cool and shoot middies. They're not going to listen to Vogel. They're not listening to anybody. I believe those were your words, gentlemen. Does anybody have the ability to play
that was
it
his
back?
words.
But I had other words after that. I had other words after that made.
I don't think you did.
Context.
They just farted out a ranch tampon.
Anyway, let's stop Boyd from talking before he digs
I'm just
a hole
happy I
that's even
understand
further
that Boyd
down.
doesn't think they're completely uncoachable because that would have been a travesty.
No, I didn't say that.
Nate, is Vogel gone?
If what you just informed us about the Athletic article, then yeah, look, fucking heads have to roll, right?
Do you want me to read some of it to y'all so you have some context? Would that help?
I know you like to talk, Justin.
Yeah, go for it.
I just don't want you you're like, well, if what Gavin said briefly about the article that you read from Twitter somewhere.
I read the article just before we came on, and I sort of gave these two guys
a heads
up because they hadn't read it.
I didn't understand. Go on.
But basically within the Clippers game, for those that are watching that haven't read the article, within the Clippers game when we went down 35-4 or whatever the fucking ugly shit was, at halftime, Vogel sprayed the team, and the information that came out of that was that a Suns player said that effectively the Suns players laughed at Vogel when he was trying to give them a spray.
That poor cunt.
Okay, that wasn't. I feel like that does kind of paint it a little differently than it actually is said in the article. May I? May I?
That's
May
what I read. Yes, go for sure.
It's close, but I feel like the context
Who is
is
this
important.
A guy in the chat?
So what it says is, on this night, Suns players weren't buying it. The outburst seemed forced and out of character in their eyes. It continued at the next day's shoot-around in Los Angeles, Vogel tearing into the Suns before that night's road win over the Clippers. Vogel eruption left players rolling their eyes, sources briefed on the matter told The Athletic. They kept saying briefed on, too. It felt really weird to me. One player even told The Athletic he had to keep from laughing. That's what it said.
So they laughed at him.
Internally, not externally, which would be really overt defiance.
Now
which maybe they should have done.
timeline-wise,
maybe that would have helped.
Timeline wise, though, Justin, did we not see a change in that team after that Clippers game? Behavioral, like from a behavioral sense, with the coaching staff. I don't know.
Think so.
Sunskeet, you're giving thumbs down. You don't think we did?
Okay, I don't know if this like I guess proves your point or whatever, or answers the question, but like if I remember that loss correctly, like that was one of our most embarrassing losses we've had this season. And the problem,
we got back within like 8 though in the last quarter.
The problem with that though is that I'm saying this is one of our most embarrassing losses. We've had so many embarrassing losses, and it's not even
wasn't as
funny.
bad as the fucking Mavericks playoff loss.
I agree with you, but it's the fact that we've had so many embarrassing losses, and this late in the season, I don't blame Frank Vogel for fucking blowing up on them.
He should have.
Hold on. I think that's where the problem is, dude. Is because Frank Vogel didn't have the team. That's why they're looking at him being like, "This is bullshit." Frank Vogel's trying to act like he cared. And there's another. So there are 2 articles that The Athletic did tonight. The first one was a little bit shorter, and it had a comment in there that basically said, any great team in some manner is going to mold itself to its head coach. And the fact that Frank Vogel that late in the season decided he was going to try to put up this facade and yell at the guys, I think that's the problem.
Yeah, but Frank Vogel's not out there playing either.
To Boyd's point of having a guy, like they weren't going to listen to the guy. And I have a buddy I was texting with after the game. He actually brought up a good point. He goes, biggest mistake the Suns made was going from Monty to a guy who's an even bigger, and this is his words, not mine, who's an even bigger pussy. And Frank Vogel, by all accounts, is just a super nice guy, which is fantastic. Look, I like to think I'm a nice guy. Guess what? I can be a dickhead too. And sometimes you have to be a dickhead. And when you have guys that have egos like that, you have to be a dickhead sometimes, but you also have to know how to be a dickhead to people like that.
I agree.
I don't mean that in a disrespectful way.
And I think that's the most poignant point, right? And Sunsgeek, you just said, "Oh yeah, but Frank's not out there playing." I agree with that, but that's not the way the NBA works, right? Justin came back with an also poignant point. These players still have to they have to play for their head coach, right?
Exactly.
Now, if you look at when Monty was there and when we went on that run, in after game press conferences, everything else, when we did media pieces, people would talk about Coach Mont. Over the last couple of weeks, I spoke to these guys and they agreed with me. How many times have we heard players in this season mention the coach? Apart from when Durant went, the coach is the leader in the last 3 days.
Preach.
This season, our players have not sat in a press conference at all and spoke about Coach Vogel.
Preach. Unfortunately,
they spoke previously about Coach Mont having an impact.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Monty was the ideal coach to take this team forward. And Boyd and I had this argument.
Yeah.
Boyd loved Coach Monty because he was a nice guy. But we needed to move forward from that. And what did we do? We brought in another nice guy who claimed to be a defensive coach. I'm sorry, but this team's not a defensive team. We need someone who can connect with these players, who won't take bullshit from day one.
Preach.
That's why, and Boyd said it before, I'm a big believer right now that the Phoenix Suns today need to make the phone call to JJ Redick, because JJ Redick's going to walk into this team and go, guys, you respect me, I respect you, but I'm coming in to coach and I ain't going to take your bullshit. My way or fuck off.
Can I just say something real quick? Like, I'm not trying to sound like Mr. Right here, like put on my son's gatekeeper hat here or whatever. I'm not trying to sound like I know it all, but I will just say this. Like, I remember saying before we even got Bradley Beal that not even just the Suns, like NBA teams need to build their team like the Denver Nuggets. This was way before like the Suns got Bradley Beal and everything. I was like, the Suns need to build their team like the Denver Nuggets. I had somebody arguing with me in my comment section about it. And like, I will never fucking forget that. Like, the Phoenix Suns need to like build their team like the Nuggets. Super teams do not work. And that's no disrespect to Frank Vogel, but like, it's just the truth. I had to get that off my chest because
hold on,
true.
Sunscape, super teams have worked. Miami worked. Did they not? They won titles.
Yeah, but did they win a title in the first year?
Okay, but none of them have. It's always been the years after.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Just talk, Justin. Just talk.
No, I'm
It's
good.
hate-
Gavin's doing a fantastic job.
That's coming from an NBA history fan too, but like they didn't win in their first year. That's all I'm saying.
I felt like a senior partner sitting there watching his young associate fucking spread his wings and just like, I'm like, you go. Gavin's got this.
So yeah, look, it's I get where you're coming from, but the fact is that super teams do work. If you've got the cattle, they can work. But you need leadership to guide them there. And the biggest thing is that this year, I was always concerned about the Frank Vogel appointment from the start, and it played out that way. He allowed Durant and Booker and maybe even Beal to control too much of this team and too much of the way they wanted to play. And we need someone to come in that can stand their ground on that. But let's not forget the fact that the article also talked about how Kevin Durant felt uncomfortable in the offense throughout which is amazing because he averaged 27 points a game. Yeah, I know.
But felt uncomfortable in the offense, and I mean that suggests that the input wasn't all that, it wasn't all the guys, the players saying this is how we want the offense to be. Honestly, I mean, and look, I know nothing more than any of you guys know, but it seems to me like you listen to what what Kevin Young said when he got introduced at BYU, right? About wanting to, like you said it earlier, Gavin, play inside out, shoot threes, blah, 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 right? We didn't see a whole lot of that, obviously, from this team. And then you have Kevin Durant being uncomfortable in the offense. It seems that the middle ground there, the middle man in between that might be blocking maybe a more comfortable offense for Kevin Durant, and one that maybe is more in line with Kevin Young wanted to play was Frank Vogel. But at the same time, you always heard that Frank Vogel listened to his assistants. So I don't know, something's amiss in there, and it's up to the front office to figure out this offseason. That's what it comes down to.
And we always spoke about the fact that Frank Vogel took the job and then was told, here's your lead assistant who's being paid more than any other assistant in the NBA, and you have to work with him. It hasn't worked before. Why would it work now? But irrelevant of that, hands up, who thinks Frank Vogel coaches next year?
No.
Here?
No one.
Not here.
At the Suns? No.
Coaches always get fired first.
Before we move to the next one, massive thank you, Andrew Dang. We have our first ever donation on the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. So, Andrew, thank you so much.
There was a second
quite
closely after that.
I might retire. I didn't want to move across, but everyone was just kept talking. I might retire as a Suns fans for a while. Showed up tonight, but was a bit too late. down 3 over to the Wolves, and too good. And the Wolves did hit some massive clutch shots tonight. So shout out to the Wolves. They played it. They played a good season.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards is
they played a
fucking
good series.
amazing. That dude is
Anthony Edwards is
amazing.
He is very good.
Hey,
He is
really
very
quick,
good.
can I pose this question? So we all know
Go.
Matt Ishbia has like so much money, right? And we know that really kind of doesn't matter at this point when it comes to getting players, right? But how much do you think it takes for like an owner to go to another owner and be like, here's, X amount of dollars, give me your coach? Because you know who I would love seeing stalking our sidelines? The half Filipino legend himself, Eric Spoelstra. Just be like, hey, Miami.
It'd be nice, but I don't think he's
Miami
never
owner,
leaving
here's
Miami.
$100 million on the side. Can I have Eric Spoelstra? Does it work like that? I don't know.
He's never leaving Miami. It'd be amazing if he did, but
Just saying. It's like how like in soccer, like in Europe, they have like the transfer where it's like you pay fees to get players. Can we pay a fee to get Eric Spoelstra?
Another one. We've got 2 in one show. It's all happening. Suns need to work out heavy trades to get out Beal and maybe Nurk. Need some serious depth and role players plus a point guard. And Quentin is also an Aussie. We will talk a little bit more about the potential of what we do moving forward. And it's all going to be high level right now because we are way before any of this happens. Gents, next question. Is James Jones the GM next season? Boyd.
Yes. Can we just go back to hanging shit on our team?
Nate.
I think the answer is yes, but I think that needs to be looked at. I think he'll end up there, but if heads are going to roll, the head coach and the general manager need to be on that block. Because Ishbia spent a fuckload of money putting these boys together.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, Justin, go.
First of all, can I just say I don't like the fact that you guys are getting these donations for the first time ever on the episode where we're talking about the Suns getting knocked out of the playoffs. Like, this is not how positive reinforcement works, people. Like, can they get refunds? Can we do this? Like, I'm sorry. Anyway, James Jones will be the GM. One reason being the Athletic article alluded to it, that the briefing they got, whatever the hell that means, suggested that James Jones will be back. Second of all, I don't think you can really hang this on James Jones because a couple of reasons. One, this dude with his fucking like hand motions and shit while you're talking is really distracting.
How many beers have you had today?
One, the trade for Kevin Durant that we did that forced James Jones to put the team together as he had to put it together, I think would have been able to be done earlier in that season with that same package. But James Jones didn't want to give up both Mikal and Cam. Matt Ishbia comes in and says, hey, no, let's make that move. They make the move. I think if they would have held off till the offseason, they might have been able to get back. They might have held on to one of the twins. Okay. That changes the complexion of things. That obviously tied James Jones's hands in terms of moving forward. He did what he could in terms of pulling together minimum contracts, puts together a roster that then kind of flips right at the end there when you get DeAndre Ayton traded. Now, how that was, what motivated that, we don't need to get into it, but ultimately, I think Matt Ishbia has to look back and go, okay, I pushed him into this move, which I'm not complaining about it. Look, you trade for Kevin Durant, I'm not going to cry about it. But he got basically one offseason to try to put a roster together that clearly didn't work out. But Grayson Allen has certainly been a hit. Nurkic, look, at the end of the day, dude, we got another center, which I think we all expected this is what's going to happen. We got another center that just came with another set of complaints that our other center may have had to some degree, or maybe didn't have to some degree. We'd be in the same boat no matter what, ultimately, because we're Suns fans, I guess, maybe. But I think James Jones basically had one off season. Matt Ishbia is going to give him another one, I think, because he put him in a tough spot. Frankly, he did by making that trade when he made it. And that's all. I'm done. Geek, your turn. The rotation is correct.
Geeks
I
out.
guess if this answers your question about James Jones, I'm a little torn on it because like I see the vision with James Jones, but like he's been our GM for how long now? Like even before like Matt Ishbia took over. That's kind of my problem. Like I don't know if like Matt Ishbia is willing to give him the amount of what's the word I'm looking for? Leverage. I don't even know if
Independence,
freedom,
freedom.
maybe like he's been here for a while and it clearly hasn't worked. It didn't work with DeAndre Ayton. It didn't work with, the roster and the coaching staff that we had before. So I'm just like, I don't know. But I'll just say this. I won't be surprised if James Jones and Frank Vogel and his coaching staff aren't with us next year. That's all I'm saying.
Look, Vogel, I think it's pretty clear Vogel won't be there next year. James Jones put exactly in place what Matt Ishbia asked him to put in place. I can't see why he moves on. Has he missed a couple of times in the draft? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Everyone's going to talk about certain players that it really pisses me off.
Didn't he really only miss once?
Talking about maybe once.
Fucking big.
Definitely once. Definitely once, maybe twice, Justin. But definitely once. I'm not even going to mention the player because we didn't draft him and we moved on.
We could.
But the thing we couldn't. Jeez, you are the worst. You are absolutely the worst.
I'm sorry, but we were driving to the game today, and me and Phil and I went through like this whole thing about if we had drafted that player that we won't talk about, and like everything that would have gone differently. And
it would have been so perfect.
The what is it, like the metaverse? What is that called? Like the multiverse? It was
the multiverse. Yeah.
And then I stopped because I was like, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna give myself a headache.
You only hurt yourself by doing it, and
kind of like our would we have won Game 5 discussion.
It's kind of like when we got to our pick and he was still on the table, I ran around my entire house just fist pumping, and I was so excited that guy was on the table and it was our pick, and then we did not pick him and we picked somebody with glasses. And but anyway,
on the same team.
We didn't pick him. And now they're on the same team. We didn't pick him. It was hurtful at the time, but we didn't make the selection. We need to move on. Seriously. Gosh, that still hurts.
Okay, so move on. Let's move on. Let's stop talking.
Let's move on.
Before you ask the first question, you actually asked about building around the team that's left over, and then you went straight to Vogel. Taking Vogel out of the question, now that we've got our salary spent on 3 players and a fuckload of players on 1-year contracts that aren't coming back, is Phoenix still a destination? After a round 1 bailout and 3 players, or actually 4 players now, that are actually taking up majority of the salary cap, who else is going to take the same dice roll that all the players that lost for us this year did?
Okay, so Nate, perfect transition. Because the next question is, where do we go from here? Sunsgeek, I'm going to let you go first. What are we looking for, and how are we going to do it?
I'm going to sound delusional, and I'm going to sound like a biased Suns fan. I'm going to sound a little bit drunk. But yes, we are still a destination because, one, we're in Phoenix, Arizona, where it's warm, and the weather doesn't get too crazy for the most part. And they're Snobsdale. I'm gonna call it Snobsdale. You guys have been there before, right? Yeah,
it's like I live here, but
yeah. It's Snobsdale. I'm sorry, but it is. But I don't care. It's Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, we have Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal? ? I don't care. We have a rich owner who actually wants to spend money and actually wants to win a championship unlike Robert Sarver. So yes, we are still a destination, and that's all I have to say because I'm the alcohol's kicking in.
Oh yeah, just
Boyd,
now.
Boyd,
Just
where do we go next? What are we going to do? How do we make the changes? What changes? What are we going to do?
Look, I feel if we do not get a coach that we know 100% has the ear of these players and can get buy-in and get the cunts to listen, if we don't get that, what we can't do with the big three, we can't trade Bradley Beal because he's got a no trade clause. You fucking idiots! He just isn't going to go. And if he does go, and if he does agree to go somewhere, he can fucking nix it. As soon as you start gutting that team and getting fucking good at he says, no, I don't want to fucking go there anymore. I'll evoke my fucking no trade clause. So just stop talking about fucking Bradley Beal, everyone.
It's only year one. Why is everyone's losing their mind over Bradley Beal for one game. If we go back pre-today, Bradley Beal was the leader of this team, a man that stood up over the last 3 to 4 weeks of the season, did the right things, and everybody went, I love what Bradley Beal's done in media conferences, in games, everything else. Bradley Beal just had a bad day.
He did.
And we're going to sell him out over today.
He's been our best player over all leadership-wise and output-wise. And as a team player, he's been our best over the last month or two. So I wouldn't trade Bradley Beal, no fucking way. But here's the thing: we've got Devin Booker as our stud, right? He can get hot and cold every now and then, but he doesn't go anywhere. He's not getting like that dickhead A in the chat. He's saying, "Come to the Lakers and fuck off, idiot." He's probably a good bloke, but we're not trading Devin Booker. We're not trading Bradley Beal. 27 years
He's not
old,
a good bloke. He's a fucking Lakers fan who's trolling.
I know.
And it's fine. Let him go. He's having fun.
Hey, yeah, he's having fun. Have fun, mate.
That guy is always in my chats, always in my live shows, just fucking trolling us.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Boyd.
Let him go.
Go
Right, mate.
Go ahead, Boyd.
So Bradley Beal's 30-odd. Devin Booker's 27. Kevin Durant is 35 years fucking old. And say what you will, he's a great player, and he's brilliant. He's 35
you say
years
KD
old.
right now.
If we're going to do anything major, it's got to be fucking see what we can get, whether it be players, picks, whatever, like a couple of good role players for Kevin Durant. Hey, and don't be all fucking starry-eyed and a deer in headlights and shit. If we're going to talk a significant move, we can't do fuck all because we're fucked by the second.
I still don't think. Okay.
So.
All right. So you think? So all right. Oh, whoa. So you think we need significant moves after this year?
I'm in the boat of running it back myself.
Doesn't sound
like it doesn't sound like it.
Listen, just shut up. Just fucking shut up for a second. If we get the right coach, there's a penny that has to fall first, and then we can fuck with the same team. Now, fucking, I will argue that Devin Booker as a whole player is worse with KD than he is with CP3. And if I've got any regrets this season, it's that regression. And it's that fucking too cool for school thing there. But yeah, look, I'm running it back, Gav. I'm running it back, but we can't do fuck all unless we make the biggest move that no one wants to make. And that's fucking KD.
Nate.
I mean, what else can I say to Boyd's sincere optimism? No, I referenced Richard Jefferson's comments earlier, and I do think there's a lot of weight in the fact that we need 2 years. We need that second year with the prime or core unit to see whether or not this is a fail. I am not the shit the bed, change my tampon unnecessarily kind of guy that Boyd is. So I'm running back, but
is that a saying? Is that
absolutely,
a saying?
Yeah.
I'm running it back.
Welcome to an Australian pod, Justin. Change your tampon. Get rid of Vogel. Fully
I'm
on
not
board.
ready to yet.
I don't know about your JJ Redick call. I understand your theory behind it, but I think there's a little more to take in than someone that's out of the league 2 years and has a good podcast and shows up on ESPN before he gets a head coaching role and can actually do anything with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Who else is left in the league?
The fact that they actually respect him.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's fucking good at the job. It's unknown. And where Justin said, Ishbia's got a fucking pocket full of change. Go offer somebody else's coach a bunch of money to release him. I mean, that's not a bad suggestion for someone as rich as that motherfucker is.
All right, so who are we getting? Because Miami aren't letting Spoelstra go. So who are we getting?
We also don't know if that's even possible, just to be clear.
That's true. We don't know that.
The point of your question was not around Vogel. You made the assumption that Vogel's gone and we have someone else. So
Vogel's gone.
The comment was around
he is gone.
The comment was around the players, and the ones that are contracted, I have no problem with bringing back. Like I said before, is Phoenix still a destination for 1 year free agents? Nobody answered the question. No one offered a comment.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So, okay. May I? Are you done? Were you done?
Justin,
Yes.
all on you, my man.
So, Boyd is absolutely right that if anything's going to be done, like in terms of a trade, it's going to have to be Kevin Durant. And I'm not suggesting that because I think we do run it back. But Beal, aside from the no trade thing, is also not really an option because since we're above that second apron, we can't aggregate salaries in any trade. So, I mean, unless we're trading Beal for another $50 million player, that's really
the only trade we have is Ben Simmons from Brooklyn.
No, listen, no. We can get multiple players back, but we can't stack.
Are you
our
sure
players
about
together.
that?
Yeah. We can't aggregate our players, but we can get multiple back.
Are you sure about that?
I think
Please,
it's the other
God,
way.
no.
I think it's the other way, dude.
God, no,
I think it's
Ben
the other way,
Simmons.
dude.
No.
I think you're back to front, Boyd.
But
We can't aggregate
Back to
players.
that tampon.
I'm pretty sure it states
We can't
that
we can't bring in aggregated players.
No, we can't stack. Oh, fucking!
Okay.
Oh, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm fucking
Either
riding
way.
and dying on it being wrong.
Well, as of the end of
Either
the
way.
day, we can't do shit.
right. I mean, ultimately, I don't think the Beal contract is going anywhere. But look,
I don't think anyone's going anywhere.
when you can sit there and say, okay, yeah, exactly. We can sit there and say we can trade Kevin Durant, but again, it's not, dude. He averaged 27 points a game this year. He scored 33 tonight.
And he was durable.
Right. And he
Yes.
yeah, exactly. And even Beal, knock on wood, once he got back from that early season stuff, was around. So
Durable.
again, we got half a season, give or take, with those guys together. Now, the problem is, of course, based on where we're sitting, is we're going to have a lot of new other pieces that are necessarily going to have to come in. But, we know we at least have Grayson. We still have the ability to keep
we're gonna
Royce
end up
O'Neal
with
as
Royce,
well.
right? Yeah. We're gonna keep Royce.
I would think we would, because you're not going to get something better on a minimum contract, and you keep the players that you keep that are above that level at this point. I think you kind of have to. So,
And let's be honest, anybody we bring in, they're going to do as they're fucking told.
Yeah.
When we get a new coach, we're not going to be having this conversation about minimum players.
So
Like throwing-
effectively, as Justin said, we've got 6 players, right? It's Book, KD, Beal, Nurk, Grayson Allen, Royce.
Yep. Now
We need to fill the remainder of the spots around that. I think Bol probably goes out, gets something somewhere else. He's not coming back. Is Nas is free agent?
No, he's under control.
Yeah, I think
That's
he's
another year.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we got one more year of Nas.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's
that one's gone.
that's a tradable piece, right?
Yeah, definitely.
No, Yeah, he played a good fucking 20 minutes in the second half of the season. So
Surprisingly.
Yeah,
fucking-
and
plenty of film
14 of
on
them
him
were
out there.
tonight.
yeah, exactly.
What was it? A
Exactly.
$7 million contract, was it?
Mate, oi,
Yeah,
NBA
7.
teams line up.
7, yeah.
Fucking nice little.
Well, I respect Frank Vogel for playing him because at least he fucking did something.
Didn't have
Just
an
saying.
option, though.
Just saying.
So anyway, Justin, finish off.
No, I'm done. I mean, I think I think the only thing we're going to really see out this offseason in terms of the players will be minimum contracts that come in. I don't see a huge move coming. Here's the name that I'll say that I think will be on the Suns next year. You ready for this one? I'm pretty sure he's a free agent. Russell Westbrook.
Ooh.
Just a thought.
I like
Sounds
where you're going.
Sounds
Joining the
good.
dots.
What'd you say?
Okay, so this is coming from actually a really big Russell Westbrook fan. I see the vision because at least Russell Westbrook would like play fucking hard in those fucking blowout losses that we fucking had all year. But like it depends on what happens with the Clippers. But if Russell Westbrook is the Phoenix Sun, hell yeah. But I'm a Russell Westbrook stan, so that might not sound good to other Suns fans. Just saying.
I just want someone with a little bit of what Russ has, which is someone who is willing to hook Luka, have a dip. There is all right. So one more question before we move on. Eric Gordon come back?
The veteran part of Eric Gordon wants me to come back, but he hasn't been great. Like, I know he's like a streaky in a bad way, like kind of player. Like he can get hot and win us some games, but he hasn't won us many games this year. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come back.
What have you ever heard about Eric Gordon in the locker room or bench presence or anything? The guy is dead quiet. He's a veteran with so much experience, doesn't perform on the court, and we don't hear anything about him in the locker room. What's the fucking point?
Oh fuck. Eric Gordon can fuck off, but is he one of the guys with is he one of the guys with the team option?
No.
Because we gave out a few of them, right?
He's player option.
Player option. Okay, cool. The only good thing about Eric Gordon is because he's he's played, maybe.
Well,
but
maybe
the
he didn't have an option.
The only good thing about
that's what I'm saying. If it's a player option, they can come back. That's what I'm looking it up right now.
And then we can trade him for his $2.6 million.
Hey, there is value in Eric Gordon, and it's not on the fucking court. It's because he is fucking fool's gold. And here's the thing, because he's been playing in the league
sure he's
for so
player
long,
option.
the veteran minimum that he got was higher than other veteran minimum. So it's got some more dollars behind it. So was it a $3.8 million veteran minimum or something like that because of how many years in the league that he's played? So what we could do if we wanted more trade chips is I think that we can sort of bump that up again. So then we got like a middling type, maybe it's a $4 million contract once we give him his that percentage uptick for another year, and then trade the cut and see if we can get maybe something else back. Who knows? Maybe he can go and fool someone else.
Pretty sure it's a player option.
It
Either yeah,
Right, so
it's
he's back.
definitely a player option. So before we move into the next segment,
Hold on.
to.
Can we just recap really quick then? We've got
Go.
so we're
Yes.
really at 8 guys that we know we have under
8.
contract for next season.
8. Yeah.
Oh, there's a lineup.
Oh, I feel okay. I feel much better now.
Should we bring back? Should we
I was
bring
saying
back
8 was
Isaiah
perfect this
Thomas?
year.
No, that's okay. We're going to do a wrap up because we probably won't podcast for a couple of weeks now. Who am I? This year's champion, as unfortunate as it is is Boyd Crowley.
Attaway, Boyd.
At Fucko. He did win over the chat/special guests by
And
5 points. Well, no, not even close, Nate. You got like 8 points for the year.
No. I think 0. I'm pretty sure 0.
Are you talking about
Oh,
our
no,
segment?
you got.
Ah, yeah.
I gave you
I get
some.
one, did I? I got one.
Boyd was our
Oi.
Boyd was our champion.
I beat all you cunts, and I wasn't even fucking really trying, if I'm being
He's
honest.
good with the
So,
trivia.
so take that home with you.
Boyd did beat you all. Here it is.
That's not it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so Eric Gordon.
Oh, I
player
thought we were
of the
talking
year.
about Boyd's contract with us. What the fuck?
Boyd is our
Because
champion.
that's Spot Track's contract of Eric Gordon. Just saying.
Yeah, Boyd is our champion. Boyd, congratulations. Fantastic
Thank you,
effort.
sir.
Nate, no matter how much you've whinged about it and how much we fought about it, next year we will bring back the Random Sons.
Oh, fuck off.
Random Sons will come back next year or next season. That's all. Because Who Am I is great, but Random Sons is way more fun. Way more fun.
Fantastic for the audio component.
The visual piece, way more fun. I've got a question for you. Sunscape.
I would kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
So, Homer, please feel free to tell us anything.
Who do you want to have a beer with?
You know what? Grayson Allen. Fuck it. Grayson Allen just seems like the kind of guy that I want to drink with. Grayson Allen, dude. But you know what? Kind of after tonight, if we're talking about players that actually played the game, Devin Booker, man, because he made some questionable post-game decisions that I was like, why did you say that, Devin Booker? Like, I want to have a drink with Devin Booker. He doesn't even drink beer, but he drinks wine. I would drink a glass of wine with Devin Booker because I want to hear some of those post-game comments that he said.
Justin, who do you want to have a water with?
Or wine.
With a straw.
I don't know, man. Fucking nobody at this point, just by myself in my room, sad and alone. No, you know what, Frank Vogel? How about that? So I just want to be like, dude, Frank, look, I hear you're a nice guy. You're clearly a nice guy. But, bro, you got to be a dick every now and then. You can be a nice guy, but also be a dick every now and then. Like me. I'm a nice guy, but I'm also a dick, right, guys? See? Everyone will
Damn
agree.
straight.
So wait, I should
One
be
of
like
the-
team's
one of the
motivating coach.
nicest-
That's what I should be there for that.
Can confirm that you are a positive Suns fan, but you're kind of a
one
dick.
of the nicest guys I've ever met, and also one of the biggest dicks.
Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
Nate, who do you want to have a beer with?
Well, I've already mentioned him twice, and that was going to be my beer is Richard Jefferson, because I feel like he's got a level of optimism from his comments. He's an Arizona guy, and I think I need a little bit of Richie in my current situational life.
I wouldn't.
Boyd,
Oh,
Have I said Kevin Young yet this season?
actually,
yeah,
no.
probably.
Has he? I don't
No,
think he has.
well, I don't think I have. But anyways, I want to have a beer with Kevin Young because he was our offensive coach, and it's been the thing that's frustrated me for the most part this season. I want to have a beer with Kevin Young. He's on his way out now, so he's going to be a little bit more loose-lipped. So we're going to have some
BYU.
beers. I'm going to be.
Where's he going?
So we're gonna have some beers. He's gonna loosen up, and I'm going to say, "Oi, tell me how fucking much these cunts didn't listen to you, so I can feel better about everything that I've said." But yeah, I'm gonna have a beer with Kevin Young just to get the fucking facts on what happened in that dressing shed and what the fuck's going on.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't drink.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Well, fuck him then.
He'd-
Boy, and
He'd
his
rather
great-grandfather
have a
was
water
fucking-
with Justin.
His great grandfather was the BYU University fucking founder or something, wasn't he? Isn't he like a polygamist or some shit like that? Anyway,
Yeah,
He's going to BYU.
The guy that we made the highest paid assistant coach in the league is on his way out.
Can
Yeah,
I
he's
just
going to
ask
head
you
coach
guys
BYU.
something
Took
real quick?
a head coaching job at BYU.
Oh,
Can I just ask you guys something real
Harley
quick?
Rapp.
Like this is probably the alcohol talking, but like, does this elimination like feel real to you guys? Like, does it actually hit you that we've been like fucking eliminated
Yep.
from the playoffs?
It's quite familiar feeling.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. I'm like, does it really feel real yet? Like in a couple
Yeah,
days, it might. But like,
I'm
Feels
depressed.
real when I
aside,
get to my
so,
plug of the week.
I just I
I
had
want
to
to
ask.
watch. I want to watch more Suns basketball. And what happened at the end of that game was I went, "Fuck, I can't watch any more Suns basketball until October."
When Anthony Edwards fucking made that fucking poster dunk, I was like, it's fucking over. We're done.
Cool. We're back
Anyway.
revisiting this.
anyway, I'd like to have a beer with Suns Geek because he's just reminded me of all the depression I was going through an hour and a half ago. I was fine until now because I've had so much fun with you guys.
Justin
And
got me
now
all
he's
cheered up.
down.
Sunzy
I was
comes
fine.
in.
Justin fucking made me happy, and now, no, I'd like to have a beer with. Actually, I'm gonna say I'd like to have a beer or Suns. I'd love to have a beer with all the Suns fans from Australia who came to the watch parties
I'd love
because
to have
you
Don't
guys supported it. Shut up, Nate. You guys supported us this year. We started something that hopefully will flow into additional years, and as we move forward, it was awesome to catch up and meet with so many great Suns fans over the course of this year. We would have liked to have done a few of the playoff games, but that clearly did not work out the way we would have liked. But hopefully, as we move forward over the course of next season on the Suns' 2025 NBA championship run, where we will be able to do a whole heap of more Suns watch parties for Australia. We'll be able to have some fun. Looking forward to it. So that's who we want to say thank you to today. Hey, Boyd.
Hey, what?
Considering this is named after you, you can go first.
Time for the flog of the week, and trust me, they are ugly, very unattractive. Google their face when you're done here.
Who's your flog of the week, Boyd?
My flog of the week is that cunt in the chat named A. He's a fucking loser sitting in California with nothing better to do. So he's the flog of the week. But for real, I'm gonna give it to fucking Anthony Edwards just for punking us all fucking week, guys. Swept our asses.
Not sure that makes him a flog. He whooped our ass.
He's right.
Big vlog.
He's right. I'd probably do the same shit as he did. But because I'm a Suns fan, I'll give it to Ant.
Nate.
Well, I've got to wrap up soon and get back to work. I've got a meeting in 15 minutes. So we were going to do a segment on shoes. So I'm going to turn that into my flog of the week.
I haven't done that yet.
Originally, my flog of the week was going to be all the Aussie fuckers back home message me fucking emojis of brooms that don't support the Suns. I feel like every fucking old friend of mine in Australia just felt the need to stop work and send me sweet messages. Fuckers are not going to
I did not get brooms. I got fucking pictures of Anthony Edwards doing what fucking Boyd talked about.
Why do people dislike you guys so much? Nobody sent me any of that stuff. I got more like compassionate stuff.
No, you know what we like, man. We give it back. But my real flog, and it's going to be not of the week. It's going to be since the D-Book sneaker release, is StockX shoe exchange online. So I got a friend of mine here, expat friend. He's American. He put me onto StockX to try and get all those hard to get shoes. And I went on, was maybe 2 weeks ago, and looked up the book ones, the orange book ones. Motherfuckers were going for 4,000
Well, you can't get those, dude. That's fucking impossible. There's 500 of them.
Yo, they're selling for $4,000 for a pair.
Well, yeah.
Here's the flog part.
It's not your fault.
I refreshed and checked the price again today after the game. 2,800.
Uh-oh.
Literally dropped $1,200.
My wife's gonna wish you didn't say that.
End of the sweep.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not happening.
But off the back of that,
enough. I'll allow it.
off the back of that, Justin, can you show us the shoe collection just behind you on your left? Because that's fucking awesome.
So, wait, hold on.
Talk us through it.
Where am I at? Those are Moss points. Those. Oh, you know what I can do?
Oh, he's got the iPhone Studio app.
Moss Point Air Force.
Yeah,
Ones.
full screen this, Gavin.
I love the Air Force Ones.
Book. Katie. Book. Kobe. Those are just Air Force Ones that I like. And there's some Jordans down there. Oh, now it's Gavin. Did you want that?
I'm trying to work out how the fuck this works.
Click his screen and you'll full screen.
All right.
What was Nate saying about how great this is for the
Oh,
audio
his screen.
portion of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
podcast?
Right.
Click his screen.
I did. Just giving up.
Damn it.
Next season, guys. Next elimination game episode. Oh God.
We've been through a couple of them now. So,
Hey, Justin, just for the record, you had a pair of Kobe's there. My favorite Kobe's were the original Adidas ones, which Adidas now calls the Crazy Eights.
Okay.
They're on my
threw me off.
You
when
have
you
the
said
crazy
Adidas.
eights?
Yeah.
Oh, and I didn't show. Hold on. I guess I
What?
should though. The last.
Holy
those are the KB16s down there.
Ooh. Dude.
Justin, who's your flog of the week?
Who, me? Simi?
Mm-hmm.
Frank Vogel. Let's go with that. Dude. Bro, like, here's the thing that throws me about that whole thing. Like, if you're a certain way and you're with a group of dudes that have been around you, you can't put up some fake persona and expect them to buy it. And if you and it's going to have the exact opposite effect. Look, I'm not saying that's when things like went awry or anything like that. They won the next game, yada, yada, yada. But I don't know. You guys know how I feel about disingenuous people, right? I think I've made that clear over the time we've known each other. And doing something like that comes across as disingenuous. There's a way to deliver that you're upset if it's not in your character to yell and scream. And you got to find how what that way is and use that. I should be like a sports psychologist. That's what I should have been.
I
God
think
damn,
so.
I miss my calling.
So.
Turn
That's
everybody into winners.
That is why you did not get the job as the Suns legal counsel.
Yeah, we'd be fucking
You
champions
targeted,
right now. Well, we wouldn't be because
targeted
it's still
legal
playoffs.
counsel instead of psychologist.
That's true. I put in for the wrong role. Next time,
Wrong
I'll get it
role.
right.
Suns Geek, who's your flog of the week?
Oh boy. Okay, so I do understand where Justin is coming from. Trust me, I love your positivity. I love your optimism. And I hate to pick on this particular player, but I'm going to kind of pick on Royce O'Neal for a little bit. When he first got here, I was calling him the plus minus god because he was active. He was hungry. He was so like physical, and then just fucking like vanished like late in the season and during the playoffs. I'm not blaming him for us losing the series on him, but like I kind of am in a weird way. Like he wasn't very good. Like I'm like, dude, like
extraordinary.
I'm like coming from somebody who liked Royce O'Neal in the beginning. I'm like, he can fucking go next season. Like, don't extend him. Fucking just sign somebody else. Like, I don't know. I'm just that's my flog of the week. I'm sorry,
Dude, I love it. We found the one dude who's like, You know who this shirt is on? Fucking Rose O'Neal.
Like he wasn't
motherfucker,
that
I love
good,
it.
dude. It's just true. Like he wasn't
Outside the
that
box
good.
right there. Let's go.
He was not that good.
He was.
So,
No, he wasn't. Believe you me. I saw it.
because this is the last one we'll do for a few weeks until all the fun starts again. My flog of the week is Kendrick Perkins, who decided to film a video at the airport with his fucking stupid ass little fucking neck pillow. Oh, Anthony Edwards just fucking Kendrick. You're no good. You are a fucking shit commentator. You're a shit personality, a media personality who only does shock ass shit. Do you want to know why? Because you came out early in the year and went, Bol's going to be the defensive player of the year because he's playing with Kevin Durant. Bol's never played defense in his life. And now you come out and go that Anthony Edwards is the greatest fucking player in the history of the world because they beat the Suns on their home floor.
I will say this though. I'm a big national media critic or national media sports critic. I will say this though. Kendrick Perkins, what he said recently was correct. Like he was a
Kendrick.
That's what happens.
You're full of shit. Wake up to yourself. You're a fucking dickhead. I don't like you.
He was
Suns
right.
Geek.
He was right, dude.
Dude, you'll go again. All right.
Suns Geek.
Hey, can I
He was
say,
right.
Can I say
I gotta go, guys.
Sons Geek
Go
is kind of right.
go.
I think he was right though.
And then there were two. Hey, I'm going to sign out right now. I got to go get
No,
changed.
Nate, where do we last comments? Where do you find you?
At Nicky's Falcon, whatever. Just say hi. I'm not going to be very active for a good month or two now, so whatever.
Oh, as opposed to the other times when you're so active.
Hey, I get in our chat feed once a week, all right? Fuck you,
Nate, please tell your boss that Suns Geek said you can fucking take the day off because the Suns fucking lost.
If he sees this video, he'll be like, fuck
blame it on me, dude.
It's like if he sees this video, I'll be taking the day
I
off.
will get fired for you so you can take the day off, dude. I promise.
Suns Geek, where do we find you?
Ugh.
Last comments.
Unfortunately, at Suns Geek, because I have to fucking do these videos for you guys. Like when I fucking spent my day off defending the Devin Booker trade rumors. The fucking Devin Booker trade rumors. Yeah, I'm going to fucking do that shit for you guys all off season long. So subscribe to Suns Geek. Please do it right now. And follow Aussie Suns fans. And then whenever the fucking Fanning the Flames uploads the podcast, please subscribe to them as well.
Everyone.
Just to follow everybody.
We were talking about doing one. I don't know if it's going to happen now. Guys might be a little down. They don't share my positivity.
I'm pretty sure Dan's not going to get him.
There's a reason why I was like, no, guys, let's do a podcast now, please. I need it. Somebody help me. We talk to somebody.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what I love the most? That you're rocking backward.
I know, right? I was thinking that. I'm like, I'm rocking right now as I say this. That part was actually not even like unintentional. That was fully subconscious. I guess maybe I'm not so emotionally detached as I like to think I am.
Can I say one more thing though, like real quick?
Go.
I said this on the Suns Jam Session podcast before we went live on here, and I mean this for both of you guys and both of your guys' podcasts. Like, we're all not going to stop. Like, Aussie Suns fans, Fanning the Flames, PHNX, the Timeline, et cetera, et cetera. Like, so many Suns podcasts, we're not going to stop. It's going to be all off season long, and I'm actually kind of excited, but at the same time, I kind of want to take a week or two off, like. Just chill.
It's nice.
Take a break because the Suns fucking got eliminated in embarrassing fashion. So, but we're not going to stop either.
Hold on, though. Can we say it wasn't really as embarrassing as some of the past ones, right?
No, that's
like,
true.
okay, sure, we got swept, but we didn't lose by like 94.
At least we weren't. We don't have to put up with the memes of Chris Paul hitting a three going. And Chris Paul hits a three, and it's back to 41. Justin, where do we find your last comments?
So says Jay. Our podcast is at Fan the Flames NBA. It never does anything ever except send random tweets to people in the NBA's front office. I don't know why our account does that. I'm trying to get somebody to get to the bottom of it, but so far no luck. You can also follow my buddies Dervish of War and Dan Duarte 1. They're awesome too. And maybe, just maybe, we'll put out an episode sometime soon. Maybe.
If you want to follow us at Aussie Suns Fans on Twitter, on YouTube, Yo Aussie Guy, I recommend you watching a video or Laker Legends highlights. Hey, you've been in our chat all day. Thank you so much for watching our entire show. You're going to spread our message, and I really appreciate that. By the way, my favorite player outside of the Phoenix Suns is Magic Johnson. I've watched loads of Lakers highlights. And do you want to know what? I'm rewatching that fucking thing on we call it, for us, it's on binge. I'm currently rewatching the Lakers mini series thing that they did.
Yeah.
What was it called? Winning Time? Winning Time. Winning Time. I'm rewatching Winning Time. And just a heads up. Do you want to know the great thing about Winning Time? Like the Lakers, they canceled that shit because it's fucking horrible. And we're not here to fuck spiders.
Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but